this is Trey Wright for Jazz Guitar Today, and in this installment I'm going to talk about comping over major cadences. In jazz, when we talk about major cadences, we're really talking about the 2-5-1 progression, which is really the main component of harmony in common jazz standards and major keys. So the first step is sort of understanding what the 2-5 progression is. So if I play a C major scale, and I give a number to each note, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I build a chord off that second scale degree, which is D, I get this arpeggio. So that's D, F, A, C, which is a D minor 7 chord. So my 2 chord in a major key is a minor 7. Now if I go to the 5 chord and play an arpeggio off that, the 5 being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G, I get G, B, D, F, which is a G7 chord. So my 2 is minor, my 5 is dominant, and when I get to my 1 chord, 1, 3, 5, 7, that makes a major 7 chord. So in a major key, the 2 is minor, the 5 is dominant, the 1 is major. So you get this sound, 2 minor 7, G7, C major 7. Now what I want to do is apply some of the guide tone voicings that we worked on in the previous installment. If you haven't watched that video, I'd encourage you to stop what you're doing and go check that out. So if I want to build guide tone voicings as opposed to these, which tend to be a little clunky and I don't really connect very well chord to chord with that. If I start with D minor 7, my third, remember guide tone voicings really just include the 7 and the third and the root. Here's my root, which is D, F is here, and then C. So D, F, C becomes my D minor 7. For my G7, I get G, F, B. So notice what happens. It's my root, flat 7, and third. So between these voicings, my F, which is the flat 3 of D minor, became the 7 of G. My C, which is the flat 7 of D, became the the third of G7. So we have this sound. Notice how much more connected that is than that. Now as I go from 5 to 1, as we head to a C major 7 chord, my F will go down to E to create the third of C, and my B can stay where it is. So instead of being the third of the G chord, it now becomes the major 7 of C. So here's 5, 1. If you put it all together, you get this sound. D minor 7, G7, C major 7. And notice how much more connected it is than the original series of voicings. Now if I go to the 6th string, I can do the same exercise. So here's D, so I'm going to play D minor 7. My C would be my flat 7, and my F would be my flatted third. As we head to G7, my F stays the same, just like before, but my C will go down a half step to B. So now I have root, third, flat 7, whereas before I had root, flat 7, flat 3. And then as I go to my 1 chord, my B note stays the same, so the third of G becomes the major 7 of C, and my F goes down a half step to create the third of C, E. So it sounds like this. And here's the other voicings. So I would encourage you to find these in other keys, apply them to common standards, such as, say, tune-up is a good example because it's made up of 2 5s. Let's do another one just to sort of find it. So if we're in the key of E flat, you would start on F, which is your 2, so F minor 7. Your 5 is B flat, so B flat 7 to E flat major 7. And then I can do the same thing here. If you have any questions or comments on this video, please reach out to me at trey@treywright.com. In subsequent videos, I'm going to sort of expand upon this idea, add some extensions, and add some altered tones. Thanks for watching.